A streetlight flickers over a quiet Houston sidewalk on June 16, 2024. A 12-year-old girl, ponytail swinging, heads to a 7-Eleven, chasing a moment of freedom. Jocelyn Nungaray, full of dreams, doesn't know two strangers are watching from the shadows. In hours, her innocent walk ends in horror under a bridge, her body left in a creek, her story shaking a nation. What turned a child's night into a nightmare? Why do we still demand answers? This tragedy won't let us look away. Join me to unravel Jocelyn's heart-wrenching story and the fight for justice. Subscribe now, new videos drop every third day to keep these stories alive. Don't miss a moment of truth. Jocelyn Nungaray came into the world on December 27, 2011, the radiant eldest of two siblings in a close-knit North Houston family. At 12, she was a burst of light, quirky, with a goofy laugh that could warm the coldest heart. Her mother, Alexis, called her dorky, the kind of girl who'd crack a joke and have everyone in stitches. Having just graduated from Gordon Reed Elementary in March 2024, Jocelyn was poised for 6th grade, her dreams stretching far beyond the Houston skyline. She'd tuck her little brother into bed with a gentle touch, embracing her role as big sister with pride. North Houston was their haven, a working-class neighborhood where neighbors swapped hellos, kids played freely, and safety seemed certain. Jocelyn's days were filled with school, family, and those small joys that made her shine, a new book, a silly dance, a quiet moment with her mom. Can you see her, full of promise, unaware of the darkness waiting? On that warm June night in 2024, her simple world, built on love and laughter, would collide with a tragedy no child should face, leaving a city to mourn. On June 16, 2024, the humid Houston night buzzed with quiet energy. Around 10 p.m. 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungaray slipped out of her North Houston apartment, her ponytail swaying as she headed to a nearby 7-Eleven. Maybe she craved a soda, maybe just a spark of adventure. Surveillance footage caught her there, chatting on the phone with her 13-year-old boyfriend, her voice light, her world still innocent. The store's fluorescent glow felt safe, familiar, a place she'd visited countless times. But that night, danger was close. Two men, Johan Jose Martinez Rangel, 22, and Franklin Jose Pena Ramos, 26, were out in Greenspoint, fresh from drinks at Ojos Locos, a local restaurant. Their night had been casual, laughter, beers, nothing to hint at the horror to come. Walking south on foot, they crossed paths with Jocelyn near the 7-Eleven. They approached, their voices calm, asking for directions. She was just a kid, eager to help, unaware of their intent. How could a simple walk turn so sinister? The trio moved together, first to another convenience store, then toward a bridge on West Rankin Road, minutes from her home. The night grew darker, the air heavier. Jocelyn's innocent choice to step out was about to collide with a nightmare, one that would steal her future and shake a city to its core. Under the shadow of the West Rankin Road Bridge, the Houston night turned sinister on June 16, 2024. Jocelyn Nungaray, just 12, found herself alone with Johan Jose Martinez Rangel and Franklin Jose Pena Ramos, two men she'd met hours earlier. What started as a chance encounter spiraled into horror. Court records reveal a chilling ordeal lasting over 2 hours. The men bound Jocelyn's hands and feet, stripping away her dignity as they removed her pants. The Houston Forensic Science Center later confirmed she endured sexual assault, a violation no child should face. But Jocelyn fought, hard. Scratches and a bite mark on Martinez Rangel's arm bore witness to her courage, a desperate stand against overwhelming odds. Can you imagine her strength, a girl refusing to give up? Yet, her fight wasn't enough. The men strangled her, their hands tightening until her light was snuffed out. In a final act of cruelty, they dumped her body in a shallow creek, hoping to erase their crime. The bridge, once just a shortcut, became a silent witness to a tragedy that would haunt Houston. Jocelyn's defiance, etched in those marks, speaks louder than their attempt to hide. Her story demands we look closer, at the darkness that lurks and the bravery that shines through. How does a child's innocence meet such evil? This crime, so brutal, so senseless, sets the stage for a city's grief and a fight for justice. Dawn broke over Houston on June 17, 2024, revealing a scene that would shatter a city. A woman driving to work along West Rankin Road glanced at a ditch near a bridge and froze. There, in the shallow water, lay 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungaray, nude from the waist down, hands and feet bound, her neck marked by strangulation. Scrape marks on her back told a grim story of being dragged. How could a child end up here, discarded like a secret? The commuter's call to 911 sparked a swift response from Houston police, who cordoned off the scene. The autopsy confirmed the worst: strangulation stole Jocelyn's life. Investigators pored over surveillance footage, piecing together her final hours. Cameras showed her at a 7-Eleven with two men, Johan Jose Martinez Rangel and Franklin Jose Pena Ramos, then heading to the bridge where her life ended. By June 20, police tracked the suspects to an apartment complex just half a mile away, arresting them on capital murder charges. The city reeled, grappling with a loss so raw, so senseless. Jocelyn's body, found in that quiet ditch, wasn't just evidence. It was a call to action, a demand for answers that would fuel a relentless pursuit of justice. The investigation into Jocelyn Nungaray's murder roared into high gear. Houston police, armed with surveillance footage, traced the 12-year-old's final steps on June 16, 2024. Cameras captured her at a 7-Eleven with Johan Jose Martinez Rangel and Franklin Jose Pena Ramos, then heading to the West Rankin Road bridge where she was killed. Forensic evidence, scratches, a bite mark, tied the men to the crime. By June 20, both were arrested at a nearby apartment complex, charged with capital murder, kidnapping, and aggravated sexual assault. But what fueled such a heinous act? The case took a contentious turn when the suspects' backgrounds emerged. Both were Venezuelan nationals who'd entered the U.S. illegally in early 2024, released by Border Patrol with court notices. This sparked a firestorm. Texas officials like Governor Greg Abbott blamed immigration policies, pushing the Justice for Jocelyn Act for stricter monitoring. Others, including local immigrant advocates, urged against vilifying entire communities, noting crime rates don't spike with immigration. The debate raged, but Jocelyn's loss remained the heart of the story. Can justice rise above the noise? As evidence mounted, the case grew complex, setting the stage for a battle in court, and in the public eye. Jocelyn Nungaray's murder ripped a hole through Houston's heart. Her mother, Alexis, a teen mom at 15, was devastated, clinging to memories of her 12-year-old's goofy smile. She was going to go far, Alexis said, her voice breaking. The North Houston community, where neighbors once waved and kids played freely, felt the weight of her loss. On June 27, 2024, a funeral funded by local businessman Jim Mackingvale honored Jocelyn, drawing mourners who never met her but felt her absence. Candlelight vigils flickered across the city, their glow a quiet rebellion against the darkness of her death. A GoFundMe campaign surged, easing the family's burden as Alexis faced her first holiday season without her daughter's laughter. How do you heal when a child's light is stolen? Proposals emerged to keep Jocelyn's name alive, renaming an Anahuac wildlife refuge in her honor, or passing Jocelyn's Law to deny bail for capital murder suspects, though it stalled in legislation. Her story united strangers, from Houston streets to national headlines, demanding justice for a girl whose dreams were cut short. This wasn't just a crime, it was a call to protect every child, to hold tight to those we love. By September 2024, a Harris County grand jury indicted Johan Jose Martinez Rangel and Franklin Jose Pena Ramos for capital murder, kidnapping, and aggravated sexual assault in the killing of 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungaray. Each faced a $10 million bond, reflecting the case's severity. In December, District Attorney Kim Ogg announced her office would seek the death penalty, a move backed by Jocelyn's mother, Alexis, who said, "They took my baby's life, they don't deserve theirs." Will this bring closure, or deepen the pain? The case hit roadblocks. Defense attorneys argued the case's high profile, fueled by media and politicians like Senator Ted Cruz, risked biasing jurors. They pushed for contempt charges against OG, claiming her remarks violated ethics. As of July 2025, the trial is set for February, with tensions high. The fight for Jocelyn's legacy continues, demanding accountability in a courtroom where every word matters. Jocelyn Nungaray's story cuts deep because it could be any child, your sister, your daughter, your friend. At 12, she was stolen from a world where she should have been safe, sneaking out for a soda, not a tragedy. Her courage, fighting back against two men under that Houston bridge, screams of a spirit too big for her years. How do we let this happen to our kids? Jocelyn's mother, Alexis, said it best, "Our children are our future. If we can't keep them safe, we've got a problem." Her words demand we listen, not just grieve. True crime pushes us to ask why a girl's walk ended in a creek, why justice feels so fragile. Jocelyn's fight, her light, calls us to do better, to hold our loved ones tighter, to demand change. What will it take to protect the next child? Her story isn't just a headline, it's a call to act, to never forget. Jocelyn Nungaray's story demands more than tears. It demands action. This 12-year-old's light was stolen, and we can't let her fade. Share this video to spread her story, to remind the world of a girl who fought back. Subscribe now, new videos drop every third day, shining light on cases like hers. Your voice matters, so leave a comment. What does justice mean to you? How can we protect our kids? Every word you share keeps Jocelyn's fight alive. Stand with her family as they face a painful road to justice. Will you stand for a child who deserved better? This isn't just one story, it's a call to demand safer communities, to hold tight to those we love. Act now, because Jocelyn's legacy depends on us. Don't let her name become just another headline. Keep her story burning bright.